You out this club. Tell me, have you met a thug that can show you love? That can show you love. Till I get you out this club. You, what it do? Just need to get that body right. You, what it do?
All right. So welcome back to 98.1 of G, Fire 91 in the afternoon with Mr. G. Just I don't know, Saturday mix. I'm just like in one of those moods right now that I just gotta make sure I had you guys on. But coming up right now with me is going to be a special guest, my sister from another mother and father, but has been doing great things in the industry. We're gonna go ahead and bring her in. Hold on, let me get that text her real quick. And we're gonna make sure we talk to her. You guys stick around. I'm so glad you guys are tuned in to me today on a definitely off day. But glad you guys is here and glad you guys are tuned in and listening. We're gonna go rock out with my interview on my little Saturday. Just kind of throw it in the mix right there. This is how we get down. I'm actually recording video of intros and outros and show pieces today, which I'll be posting up on Facebook, which you guys are now seeing. Because if you're watching this, then now you're seeing it. So we thank everyone so much for tuning in and being a part of everything that we're doing. I'm here at 91.G. Please do not forget, October 19th and 20th, it is definitely going down. Breast Cancer Awareness Weekend event. Breast Cancer Auction going on down on the 19th. And the Breast Cancer Walk is going down on October 20th. So if you're in the New York area, please come out. Please come out and support us. And be a part of everything that we're actually doing that weekend. You guys are going to have a great time. If you're not in New York and you need transportation, and you're on the way from VA. And when I say on the way from VA, that means that you're like can meet the bus like on 95. We will not travel more than 3 minutes off the highway to come pick you up. So if you want to come up and be with us, you definitely can. The bus will be leaving out of VA about 11 p.m. And making its way up to New York. I look forward to be about an 8-hour trip to get it there, so you'll be kind of ready. If you're like in the middle, like Maryland, I guess that puts you about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. If you're Philly and South Jersey, I guess that puts you in pretty much around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So get ready, man. Come up here and come hang out with Mr. G and all the 91.83 fam, as well as all the new hosts that are coming up for season 3, which seems to be quite amazing. I'm getting videos today. Been posting those up this morning and getting great things from them. So you guys are interested, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys being around. All right. Hello, you are calling us 91.G with Mr. G with the Midday Saturday Mix. Who are you and where are you calling from?
This is Fox, and I'm calling from Providence, Rhode Island, representing the Single Ladies Cafe.
What is going on, Fox, Rhode Island, and Single Ladies Cafe all at the same time? We definitely appreciate you taking some time out to hang out with us on a Saturday.
No problem. Many things for you.
You know what? I know you was going to say that. I feel good. So you got to tune in to the TheeFoXX lady going on right now, one of the hosts of the Single Ladies Cafe that's blazing up the tracks right now. They finally got their business planned together, and they finally making it work. They got the right team in motion, and they are not stopping. And I personally have seen some great news from the Fox over the last couple of days there on the Facebook post going on. What's up with that?
Well, we just been busy. Like you said, we got everything in order, lined all our ducks up, and got the right people on our team. So what I did was I had submitted some articles to write for a up-and-coming national magazine in the urban market.
Okay.
And I got the call back yesterday that I had made it as a contributor writer. And that magazine is Bossy Magazine by Tiana Smalls.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, I know everybody out your way knows who Tiana Smalls is. It may be a little slow.
No. I definitely got to give you the applause for that one. So hold on, let me get your applause. Yay. Oh my God, that is amazing! Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
For definitely doing big things. But I was never surprised when I saw it, so it wasn't like I was like shocked. I didn't fall out the chair. I didn't like really roll over to the left.
I did.
Well, I mean, you should, because I've known you for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now, and I've seen you and I've seen your mother, definitely on your grind for a minute. and it definitely seems like you guys are at that payoff position to where, things start moving forward. And
Yes,
that's
yes.
really a great thing when it comes down to the urban market, and I preach about that on a daily basis. Like we gotta support each other when it comes in this business, and if you
We
don't,
do.
you'll just make your job harder. You'll never get nowhere, and you'll be complaining about the same ish like 5 years later.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Well, I thank you for noticing that and acknowledging that because we do work very very hard. You know, not that I know of. I have to say, there's not many African American women in our area
right, right.
that are coming through and trying to make a name and put an imprint in Providence, Rhode Island. So. We'll take that title. We don't mind doing that at all.
And see, the best thing about that, Mr. G got to see this on a completely different level. I got to see Toes first. So before I even knew
Mhm.
anything about them, SC and the Fox actually hosted a fashion show that Graffiti Bomb, another company I worked for before I came to the radio station. Where I used to design shoes. Well, I still design shoes. I just don't do it all the time anymore. But they happened to be the host for the show, and in transit, I got a phone call that the host didn't have anything to wear on their feet, and I was like, well,
Mhm.
they could definitely rock out in some GBs at the time, and they rocked them out and wore them well for the night, and we've been friends and family and mother and son and brother and sister like ever since. So shout out to you guys,
Yep.
man, for the love,
Yeah.
cause that's
Shout out back to you, definitely, because we definitely need a positive influence, and we always need someone who we can turn around and talk to and can understand where we're coming from. And you're definitely that person. Like sometimes I
oh.
just have my moment, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to talk to my big brother. I can't take this today.
That
So I thank you for being there.
you're more than welcome. So let's take it back to now. Where we at? Where we going? Single Ladies Cafe. We're ready to go. Our plan is in motion, and now we're going. Where we going? What's this ride right now? What's up? What's coming up next?
Well, what's coming up next is what we're introducing our live pop-up talk shows.
Okay.
Our first one is the Divas in Pink pop-up talk show, and that is October 13th, and we're having it at Twin River Casino here in Rhode Island.
Okay.
It's going to be from 5 to 9 p.m., and basically what we're trying to do is bring our talk show off of public access because that's where we are now. We're on our local public access channel.
Okay.
And a lot of the feedback that we're getting when we meet people are basically, we didn't know you were on TV, or we don't watch TV, or we don't get that channel, or I have satellite and not cable. So,
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of components, as to why people aren't really watching the show. So we wanted to bring that to life, and we wanted to make it an event for people to be able to come out and have a sort of like a ladies' night out type thing, and enjoy our talk show, what we have to present, and, do it while having some fun and laughs, maybe cry, it's just something different to do instead of going to the club. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think most of us are at that age where we party enough. We're good. We need some good adult stimulating conversation, and that's what the Divas in Pink pop-up is trying to bring to you.
I love it. Well, I've always loved the concept from the beginning. I believe that's something that's actually not out there. When it comes to the urban market, that's the same thing with anyone pointing to G. Like we reach out and we go live to events where that's only ever been known and heard of from like national radio stations that that come out there. So when you be able to go out there and your audience is asking to be able to touch you, and be able to be where you're at, that's gotta say a lot of stuff for everything that you guys doing and everything that you ladies are actually putting together, because that's a huge request. Like
Yeah, so we're excited. It's going to be a monthly thing. The first one is going to be, on a bigger caliber because it's kind of like we went through a rebranding process over the last, few months, which and so it's kind of like a relaunch party, and the presentation of the pop-ups. Excuse me, I'm sorry, and and we just want to give something for Rhode Island to do. Seriously, like it's just so hard. I don't go out anymore because it's just the same people over and over again, the same guys, just with a different outfit, a different watch. Like enough is enough. So we want people to sit down and talk about what is going on in the dating scene. Why are we single?
Right.
Why are we not catching that, guy? Is it us? Is it them? Is it society? What is it? So we want to have those discussions on a monthly basis.
Right.
So it won't be on as big of a caliber as this first one. They'll be in, hair boutiques, nail boutiques, clothing boutiques, wherever they'll have us, basically. Any type of entertainment venue that, up to par, up to our speed, we're going to have them there. So we're trying to even bring them out of Rhode Island. We have some people out in Chattanooga trying to work something out for us.
Chattanooga. Shout out to Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we're trying to get in where we can fit in. So, I mean, you know us. We always say the closer to the south that we can get, we're very happy ladies.
Yeah, because y'all got that southern swag thing going on, so that's closer to home
for
y'all. Whatever. A lot of something. It's cool. I got you though. You big sis though. I love you to death. So shout out to them. You said they for your first coming event, you guys are selling tickets. How can people come out and see you guys on the 13th?
Okay, we have a couple of ways. We have, first of all, we have physical tickets where people can contact us. They can email us or they can Facebook us and say, hey, I need a ticket or two.
Okay.
The Single Ladies Cafe fan page, we're always in there. Or you can email us at contact@thesingleLadiesCafe.com and we'll get your email there. We have an event coming up actually next Sunday, October 6th. We'll be at the Southern New England Women's Expo, and that's also held at the casino, Twin River Casino. It's a huge, huge expo. There's going to be all kinds of different vendors for you to be able to shop and, get there's some seminars which we will actually be facilitating a seminar, giving people a sneak peek of what the live pop-up appearances are. Okay. In addition, we'll have a booth. So if you are in the New England area, if you're going to be at the expo, we'll have a booth where you can come and purchase your tickets there. And lastly, we have an Eventbrite link, which is divasinpink.eventbrite.com. And they can go on and purchase the tickets there.
Shout out to Divas in Pink. Speaking of pink, as you guys know, 91.8 G is the poster child of breast cancer awareness for 2013. Yeah. So if you guys have not signed up for us or not joined our team or not been a part of it, we definitely want you to come out on October 19th as we take over Midtown Manhattan. Up on the east side, and then we're gonna get up and rock it out on that Saturday at Central Park and actually go walk those 6 miles. So, I'm definitely looking for the TheeFoXX and SC to be inside the place on the 19th and 20th, and I need to make sure I need to connect the right people because I know I gotta call your peoples that call your peoples that call your peoples. So.
Yeah, you gotta right. That call our peoples to call other people and all that. Yeah, because we do actually have an event. On the 19th, that we're actually going to be debuting a live appearance outside of something that we put together. Someone has asked us to do a live appearance.
All right, so congrats on that.
I'm booked in real life, like Lil Mo says.
Nah, that's a good thing. I'm never mad for those that are doing business. That reason why they can't come to my events because they're actually doing business. That's never a sad thing or bad thing ever at all. So shout out to Single Ladies Cafe and I know it's hard. And when I tell you guys, they got peoples and peoples, they got peoples for peoples. Like, I had to already make sure when I talked to my sister, like, yo, they need to call your peoples or call your people so I can get you on the show today because I need to make sure because you can't just call them up. You can't be like, yo, sis, like, hit me up and be on the show with me. You gotta go. You gotta go through all these velvet ropes. We gotta
go through the rope. We have to make it that way because you know what? It's just we've been in this for a while now, and we're at a point where we can't afford to be taken advantage of, and not saying that, I will say some people have, and, we learn from our mistakes, then you just have to kind of really get in business mode if that's what you really want to do. So
I like it,
we took that step, and we had to get our peoples.
Yeah, it looks good on you, though. It fits you well. It's like nice and slow.
Thank you. Yeah, and as far as our Divas in Pink, too, I just wanted to mention, you were speaking of your race, a portion of the proceeds, ticket sales, are going to go to the Gloria Gemma Foundation, their local resource foundation here in Providence.
All right.
So we're going to be, giving them some funds too, so that they can help and, continue to earn some money to give some awareness on breast cancer.
Yeah, breast cancer is big things, man. Mr. G, I'm 100% supporter of it. 70,000 affected every year, and that's a lot.
Mhm.
And a lot of it ends up being like stage 2, stage 3, almost stage 4, at the point that most people actually even find out that they actually have breast cancer because they're not doing their yearly physicals. They're not doing self examinations, and we need to get big on that. We got to push that inside our own
Right.
community. Um, there are plenty of videos that are on YouTube that I can definitely show you. We actually had Mimi Love out of South Beach yesterday, who is a new host coming up from for our 91.8, and she's an advocate of breast cancer because she actually lost a family member because of breast cancer, and
Oh, wow.
she gave out some links yesterday that that can definitely show you how to maneuver the home examination. And if you ever come into a thing where you have to question something that doesn't feel like right and normal,
Mhm.
you really never
Mhm.
know if you don't. And not to sound homo or gay or anything, but you have to touch yourself sometimes to figure out what it is, especially when something like that can affect you so bad. So
Well, yeah.
so if you're not touching your breast to figure out to do an examination, and nothing that's on a sexual level, but you can find out, you might feel something that's different from week to week or from month to month. It might be something small in the beginning, feels like a little knot, like, oh, it's all right, and then the next month you check, it's a little bigger, because you did that self examination, like you might catch your stuff,
Mm.
in stage one, and they just gotta move out.
Right.
They gotta move out the little knot, and you can keep it moving. Where you wait a year and it's been affecting you, and then now you have to get breast augmentation to put your breast back together and feel personal again and go through all that stuff and chemo and stuff that you don't want to go through. That will totally break down everything that you believe in, you feeling. So ladies, make sure you definitely self exam, check them out, make sure that everything is actually right. Hey, teach your husbands, teach your boyfriends, like you need to be able to fill these up in some other ways, other times, and you guys can work with that
Mhm.
together. You guys can make it a family night. You can make it a family night. I don't know.
Hey, it's common in men too, so men should also be
Yeah,
aware.
yep, definitely know. And I do mention that all the time. Men, you are not out of like Claire's way. You do have breast tissue, especially for those that work
Mhm.
out up and go to the gym. You guys create actually more breast tissue, so you actually become a higher risk for those that work that weight lift and build and that stuff like that. So you guys got to check too. But the number one thing for men when it comes down to cancer, the number one thing that men bypass a lot is prostate cancer. And
Uh-huh.
it's one of the leading cancer deaths in urban men, black men, those are race. And as much as it might feel violated for someone to give you a rectal exam, I'd rather you be messed up for an hour because you got a rectal exam than for you to die next month because you already was
Yeah.
to stage 4. So if you
Yeah,
are,
I think October is also the prostate cancer awareness too.
yeah, well, we support everyone. Like anything that is a cause out there that doesn't have a cure. For those that do
Mhm.
have a cure that need more financing or more funding, we're out there. These companies actually make their money. Not, I mean, it is the major of the donations that they actually get. But they get federal funding that actually comes from those that actually walk in support and be out there. So
Okay.
so when they have like 500,000 people that actually walk in the event, that could translate to like 2.2 million dollars in aid because of the people that actually walk. That's how the companies who sponsor do that. They sponsor them on a walking criteria. So if you can't financially raise any money, if it doesn't come to you that way, getting out there and walking and signing up and being out there, being one of those heads that they can actually count, does the same thing, and probably more than what you could do yourself, from donating something financially to what you can actually just donate for your time, a couple of hours. And outside of HIV and outside of breast cancer, I want to say most of the walks are no longer than like a mile long, so they go pretty quickly. HIV
Yeah.
HIV happens to be 5 miles, and breast cancer happens to be 6 miles. Um,
Really?
yeah, in a walk, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it every year. I really do. It's a time that usually the people that sign up and are on your team, you guys become really personal, because
Mhm.
you have about 3 hours to not have the interaction, of any internet. You're kind of really unplugged, because
Right.
most people's phones die like the first 2 miles in because they've been chit chatting all morning, on the train and the bus, and by the time they're waiting around and chit chatting, so by the time you start walking, most of the phones are
You
like
kind of
on.
have nothing else to do
Yeah, they have like no
but focus
bars.
on the walk.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're just like, oh man, like I need to say this to get home. So then they're like, okay, what we gonna do now? We're gonna talk to each other, and most people are amazed at it, and it takes some minutes, but it's actually great. Every walk I've ever had, I've always learned something about the persons that were actually walking with us that I didn't know, before that
Right.
date, and then it always takes something away from it because we have like 3 hours just to find something to talk about because there's nothing else. There's
Right.
nothing else to do. There's no cell phones, and you want to stop, can't stop, keep walking. So get out there and walk. Get out there and support if you can. If you can make it down with us on the 20th, we'd be more than happy. That's anyone that's out there listening in. If you can't, you can also be a non-walking member, which means that you can just sign up for our team and help support us. Share some links. Share it to your friends on Facebook and MySpace and Twitter and Instagram and Post Up and Tumblr and Pinnacle. Don't know, did I count them all? MySpace and whatever. So
Yeah,
you
know way more than me. I know Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. There we go.
let me tell you a way how you need to find out who your audience is. If you guys do not at this point yet have a YouTube account for Single Ladies
We do.
Cafe, well, all right. So if you go on YouTube and you have a video there and you scroll down, you go to the share link of that.
Yep.
There's about eight.
Oh, they have them all listed there.
There's about 8 different icons. I tell you right now,
Yeah,
if you sign up for each one of those icons that are down at the bottom of that YouTube page, like whatever you have right now and internet following or on that, it'll triple, guaranteed.
Well, I have to go
Guaranteed.
check that out then.
Yep. Because there's somebody that got paid a lot of money to decide which links will be connected to YouTube for you to be able to share your videos. So that means a lot. It's not just
Right.
it's not just random. They paid somebody to sit down and to decide which social sites on the internet would make sense for people to share their videos. So if YouTube thinks that it's cool people to share with, I think it'd be cool for us all to share with at the same time. And there are plenty more. Those aren't the only ones, but I definitely would actually start there and make sure that happens.
I'm gonna have to go over there and start sharing the theme song a little bit more then.
Yeah, share it to every one of them.
Oh,
Hmm?
you know what? And seriously, like I completely missed the most important part besides, the donation to the Gloria Gemma Foundation with the Divas in Pink pop-up.
Hmm?
But we're going to have Drea Kelly from Hollywood X's sitting on our panel discussing
I heard
our
about
topic,
that.
Why You Still Single. Like, that's, like, probably the most important thing that I just completely let slip my mind. Why, I don't know. Because I'm talking to her, like, every day. Like, she's just, like, she's, like, family right now.
Well, but she is
But,
people's and families, though.